A little bit of the play, a little bit of the driving, and a little mail. Hi, good evening, YouTube. Here with you on a Tuesday evening. I had to think about that. You know, I'm not perfect as much as you might think I am. I'm not. What I've got going here now, I mean, I tell I'm not dressed in my usual garb. I went to the play this evening, and there will be a couple of clips in here. And, you know, we were sitting back a little bit further than I wanted to, but like I said, I use the camera I'm using right now, the ZE1, and it's on 720p, 60 frames per second. I didn't know how dark or light it would be in there, so anyway, I thought that might work, but I don't know if it did or not. You can be the judge of it. The ones clips here that I'm going to show you are Kylie. That's really the only thing I filmed recorded. Like I said, it was a little confusing. The whole thing was a little confusing, and my daughter was sitting beside me, and she was constantly asking me, "Now, what are they doing?" But basically, it was supposed to be an old-time radio serial. You know, that they record. It was the recording of that. It wasn't obviously the broadcast. It was them, you know, standing at the microphone and playing the parts like they did in the old days. And of course, you know, and then they had the dinner thing. It wasn't spaghetti, it was lasagna. And we thought we'd sit down and they would bring, you know, plates around, and they did not do that. They, you know, they had it back. All the plates in back, and then you had to get up and walk back here, and it was just confusing. It was the first time they'd done this, and I think they'll, you know, maybe learn some lessons from it. I don't know, but anyway, that is what it is, and it's no big deal. The other thing I've got on here, clip-wise, is a trip to pick up Kylie from school. I don't have the whole thing, but I'm going to put part of it on here. And in fact, I may speed up the first part really fast and then show you what happened after that. Basically, this was a 10-minute trip, this first part, and you know, I don't know how much. I had this on 720p, the dash cam, and I wouldn't think a 10-minute trip would take, you know, that much space. But anyway, suffice to say, you'll see this first part, and that's a 10-minute trip, even though I've sped it up. And then after I start back up again, it's going to be regular speed, and you'll see why, because we just basically leave the school, go down the road a little ways, and that was it. And the reason being is the camera said the card was full. Kylie was watching it, and she said, "It says card full." And I thought, oh, okay, well, that's probably what's happening. So I thought, surely it didn't fill up the card, and of course I did get back and check it out. The the 10-minute ride took a little over a gig. It was a gig, 1.38, something like that, gigabytes, which, you know, okay, 10 minutes, no big deal. But, you know, the second part was obviously not very long, because it was just a few minutes. And I don't know what happened. I have a couple of suspicions of what happened. Either, number one, the card itself is not good, and it's reporting itself as full, or whatever, however that works. So what I did to remedy that, I took and put it in Windows and did a long format. I don't know if you guys really know what that is, but usually when you format a drive or something in Windows, the quick format box is checked, and I unchecked that, and it took, I'd say, a good half hour to format that 8 gigabyte card. And so I did do one little test of it just to see, because before, when I did this, I erased it like I normally do. I downloaded the footage into the computer, and the card's erased. Well, then when I went to start it up again just to see, you know, if it would work, I put it back out in the car. We were going to get some to the ATM and get some money, and it said card full, and it was erased. So that to me tells me there's something either wrong with the card or the camera itself, and I don't know. Now there's a third possibility, and I have not really thought about this much, but it seems like if I use this dash camera with my little power bank, if I use that, it seems to work just fine. So there is a possibility that the little adapter that goes into the cigarette lighter is not either providing the correct 5 volts voltage, or something like that. So what I'm going to do, if it messes up again, I'm going to take this out in the car, hook up the camera to this, and try recording and see what happens. So I am going to get to the bottom of the dash cam, let me tell you. I'm going to do that. So anywho, also one last thing before I say I'll show you the clips. This came in the mail today, and what this is the you guys that watch George Kostavi over there in the UK will recognize this as soon as I get it out of the bag. But this is the radio that he just built, and this is it. They build it as a learning kit because they leave some of the traces for you to test and things like that. And like I said, they do that. But that's basically what it is. There's the whole thing in a nutshell, and we will go through that and check that out and get to the bottom of that. So that's coming up also. I think that's going to do it. Let me show you these clips, and then I'll come back and one more little comment.
Okay.
But ask him to make it 4 o'clock instead.
4 o'clock instead?
Yeah. I'm going to Stacy's department store to do some more Christmas shopping. And this is about the last chance I'll have.
Alright, Veronica, I'll tell her.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. Oh, but don't tell him I'm going shopping. You see, it's George's birthday.
Alright, Veronica, I'll tell her.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. Bye.
Bye.
My jughead.
Oh, hi Veronica.
What are you doing here?
Just a little Christmas shopping.
Oh, I am too. I think I decided most of it then.
Oh, that's good.
Only thing I still have to get is a gift for Archie.
Archie?
I don't know what to do. He can kind of be a problem.
Yeah, he sure is.
I can't give him a book or anything because he's not the intelligent type, you know. And I can't give him a baseball book or anything because he's not much of an athlete either. And I can't even give him a tie because he doesn't know anything about style. In fact, Archie can be an awful dummy sometimes. But then again, the prices being what they are nowadays, there isn't much you can get for $1. Did you say something, Judge?
Me? Not a word, Veronica. Not a word.
Oh, well, I better get some more shopping done. Would you like to come along?
Oh, no, Veronica, I can't. I'm doing something here now.
Okay, well, we're along then. Bye, Judge.
Bye.
What?
Maybe I can stay at your house. You going to play tonight?
Yeah. I gotta take you. That's why I picked you up.
Yeah.
You gotta be there at 5, right?
Yes. Starts at 7.
Huh?
It starts at 7.
This way. I don't know. Are we eating or? Cause no, we're eating at the thing. Well, you're not gonna get to it, are you?
Yeah.
You want to eat?
I might grab something.
There's sandwiches. I mean.
Yeah, I'll eat.
Well, actually, there's meatloaf left. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
I did not do good on that meatloaf.
I was gonna say I suffered from that. I had diarrhea pretty bad. So. Well, I don't know. I don't know that it was all that, but it's just always this when you come to
eat something,
it's a change, from my regular eating habits. Plus, it was a little greasy. I noticed that. Of course, that's not your fault. That's all right. Well, now you've seen the clips, such that they are. Again, the play clips were not very good. Like I said, we were sitting back a little further. I should have used the zoom on the camera, but it's a digital zoom, and I'm just not. I just wanted to capture a little bit of it, and I got the essence of it anyway. So I used the best clip that I had for this little demonstration. So the dash cam, I hope you enjoyed the little sped up first part of it. But again, the second part is, like I said, that you can see how far that went. It wasn't very far after a 10-minute video. So, like I said, that's pretty much it. From there, I'm just going to have to figure out which problem it is. But there's something wrong with that, and like I said, it doesn't seem to happen when I use this power bank. I mean, I've used this a couple times, and it's recorded fine every time I've done it. So, again, I don't know. So, that's what we'll have to find out. So, thank you guys for watching, and like I say, it is 7 minutes difference. It's 10:26 now in the evening. So, you guys have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see ya.